focus. Focus is the ability to single-mindedly focus on one thing. In neuroscience, there is a theory that we have 90,000 thoughts every single day, and 75,000 are the same ones we had yesterday. Our life is a series of repetition and repeat and repetition and repeat. And the definition of insanity is doing the same thing every day and expecting different results. When we can train ourselves to focus, it is in that moment that we can then start to take parts of our thoughts and shift them into a new direction. And the easiest way to think about this is like a camera, like the camera that is busy recording this image of me now. You may see the background behind me is blurred because the camera lens has me in focus, I hope. And so, equally so, with our mind, when we focus on something, because remember, the world is vast. There are things existing all around us that we see and that we do not see, because we are trained, not trained, or untrained to see them. And for each of us, if we can learn to harness the skill of focus, it means that focus is single-mindedly putting all your attention onto a singular thing. It is exactly the same as meditation. Meditation is empty the mind and focus single-mindedly onto one singular thing. When we can learn to focus, where the attention goes, the energy flows. When we can start to choose to focus onto something and one singular thing that is positive and works for our better being, more things will start to show up in regards to this. Because I can ask you, are you focusing on things that are serving you, that are positive and are helping you? Or, as many of us, myself included, do we sometimes focus on things that are not conducive, that do not support us, that do not elevate ourselves to a higher state? It is important to remember that we may not always be able to control how we feel, but we feel a certain way mostly because of something that we are thinking. And we have the ability to shift our thoughts. Do not think of a pink elephant. Do not think of a pink elephant with blue shoes. You cannot stop a thought. Thought goes. But when you can disengage and put your attention and focus onto something which serves you, something which gives you joy and pleasure, something which elevates you, that gives you that je ne sais quoi of passion and freedom and exhilaration and love and wonder and joy and happiness and humility and compassion and many other words and feelings, then you can start to invite that back more into your life, and you as a person can start to feel better. And in the concept of mind, we have a phrase that we call vicious circles. And a vicious circle is the snake eating its own tail. It is a thought, it is a train of thinking that is self-perpetuating, that goes around and around and around and around, and no matter how much you think, how much you talk, how much you read books and watch TED Talks, you cannot seem to think your way out of it. And that's what's called a vicious circle. It's self-perpetuating. It's the snake eating its own tail. And more often than not, it's a self-perpetuating vortex that just makes you feel worse and worse. It carries you down. You are putting your focus onto this train of thought, which doesn't have an answer. And it goes around and around and it drags you down, fundamentally leaving you feeling not so great, maybe sad, maybe even depressed or angry or frustrated. And the trick that I like asking people is, how do you get out of a vicious circle? And the answer is, you leave it alone. Remember, it's self-perpetuating. Where the attention goes, the energy flows. When you focus on a vicious circle, the vicious circle comes into focus, and that's all that you see. And as laws of the universe dictate, when you put something out, it will come back to you. So the more I shall focus on my vicious circle, the more I will get things in alignment with this vicious circle that do not lead me anywhere. And as strange as it may seem, the only way out of a vicious circle is to leave it alone and to put your focus somewhere else. Where the attention goes, the energy flows. Just like you can choose to be reacting to what is in front of you, or acting from a place of compassion, acting from a place of your true identity. The choice lies with you, but it purely depends on what do you want to put your focus towards. Focusing is a muscle. And you will hear me talk a lot about it's a muscle. It is repetition, it is practice. Choose to focus on the elements that are working in your life with gratitude, with compassion. Choose to sink deeper into yourself, and with that focus, you choose yourself. You choose to be connected to what works with you. Choose to focus on the elements of your life that are working. And believe me, I find that difficult as well sometimes. I am no saint in this regard. But as we can work on focusing on what is working, focusing on positive aspects, training ourselves to look into that direction, the more we get to feel the true resonance, the true sovereignty of our soul. The choice lies with you. And I'll close with, there is the beautiful proverb that there are two wolves caught in an eternal battle. Which one wins? And the simple answer that is always there is whichever one you feed. You get to choose where your attention goes. Your attention dictates your thoughts create a feeling. If you listen to sad music, you'll start feeling sad. If you listen to upbeat music, you'll start feeling maybe more upbeat. You'll have more thoughts that are leading you into that way. Choose to feed the thoughts that serve you, that make you feel strong and empowered and brave and joyful and wise. You connect more to yourself and you will feel better. That is meditation. Find these things in life. Find what to focus on and let it elevate you higher. My name is Andries, and thank you for watching.